Thank you for counting on NBC2 on this Monday. I'm Elise Chingari. Well, a lot has opened up around Southwest Florida following Hurricane Milton. Thousands of your kids went back to school today as well. However, in Collier County, Osceola Elementary and Barron Collier students were actually sent home early today due to the ongoing power outages at the schools there. They're hoping to be back in class tomorrow. Charlotte County schools and FSW are also expected to return to class tomorrow. Those of you in Glades County aren't going back until Wednesday. Fort Myers Beach Elementary and the Sanibel School are also closed due to the water that got inside of those buildings. Most government facilities in Charlotte County reopened today. More than 24 parks partially reopened. However, boat ramps, playgrounds, and sports fields remain closed at these locations. The Naples Zoo also opened up today for the first time since Hurricane Milton. In Lee County, government offices reopened today. All libraries are back open except the Bonita Springs Public Library, the Johann Fust Community Library in Boca Grande, and the Captiva Memorial Library. Lehigh Acres Senior Center, the Carl J. Drews Community Center, the Stars Complex, and Margaritaville are all back open. Elective procedures at Lee Health facilities resumed today. However, some are still closed due to the ongoing power issues. Garbage pickup is back up and running in Lee County today, and while everyone has obviously a lot of trash and debris from Hurricane Milton, Lee County Solid Waste is doing only household garbage pickup right now. NBC2's Lacey Lee is local along Spicer Court in North Fort Myers, explaining what you can do to make sure that your trash is taken out.
Just take a look at all of this debris here. We're located along Spicer Court in North Fort Myers. You have debris mixed in with the trash, and neighbors are definitely going to need to separate all of this. However, today you have two options for your hurricane debris. You can either drop it off at 4 locations, or you can wait for the county to pick it up. We're beginning to see neighborhoods in North Fort Myers looked cleaned up. We'll be seeing more of that with trash pickup starting back up today, and debris drop-offs opened in Lee County.
We found out that you can't put out any barrels or any bags. It has to be just like you see right here.
And that's because it'll make it easier for contractors to pick everything up. But let's say you don't want to wait on the county. You also have the option to go to these 4 locations to drop off your debris from Peculia, Fort Myers, San Carlos Park, and Buckingham. Important note, though, no more than 5 cubic yards of debris may be dropped off at a time, and that's about 400 square feet of debris. Other residents I spoke to say they are happy the day for cleanup is here.
Well, I'm happy because it'll make the neighborhood look a little nicer than what it normally. During the other hurricanes, the whole street was just full of furniture and stuff. It was just terrible for a long time. But, yeah, I'm glad that Lee County is going to start back up.
If you plan on bringing your storm debris curbside, again, it must be placed in separate piles. And Lee County trash pickup also starts back up today. And if you plan on bringing your storm debris curbside, make sure you make that happen today, because the county says that is when county contractors will be able to collect it. And for now, reporting local along Spicer Court, Lacey Lee, NBC2.
I am going to assume, by the way, on NBC-2.com and then NBC2 News app, they would have the address of those 4 locations they mentioned in the county. They just had that really wide county map. I'm going to assume, or hope that they at least have the addresses for those 4 drop-off locations. So if you wanted to take your debris to one of those spots, it'd be a little easier to follow than just looking at that big county-wide map. All right, let's take a look at the tropics and new developments here in the past 26 minutes. As of the top of the 2 o'clock hour, the National Hurricane Center has updated the odds of development with Invest 94L, now putting that at 60% over the next 7 days. And they've also highlighted a new area here in the Western Caribbean with little chances of development over the next 2 days and at least a 20% chance of development over the next 7. The area that's most organized, though, is Invest 94L. And yes, it's worth watching, but it is important to stress that right now it does not pose an immediate threat to Florida, even though, as you can clearly see by the area highlight here, it's moving toward the west and northwest. We're also at that time of the year when cold fronts can move toward the area, and it looks like our cold front here will be able to bat this tropical system away. I'm going to come back during the top of the 3 o'clock hour, though. We'll talk a bit more about the specifics of that forecast. That's coming up for you today on NBC2.
Hi, my name is Damian Clark. And if you have both Medicare and Medicaid, I have some really encouraging news that you'll definitely want to hear. Depending on the plans available in your area, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with the Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. Most plans include the Humana Healthy Options Allowance, a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items like vitamins, pain relievers, first aid supplies, and more. The Healthy Options Allowance is loaded onto a prepaid card each month, and whatever you don't spend carries over from each month. You could pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long, even name brand drugs. All plans have $0 copays for covered preventive dental services, which include 2 free cleanings a year, as well as fillings. They may also have vision coverage, including vision exams, and a yearly allowance towards eyewear, such as lenses or contacts. Even hearing coverage, which includes routine hearing exams and coverage towards hearing aids. You'll even have a $0 copay for routine vaccines and telehealth visits. Plus, your doctor, hospital, and pharmacy may already be part of our large Humana networks. So call the number on your screen now to speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. Wouldn't you love benefits like a monthly allowance to help pay for eligible groceries, utilities, rent, and over-the-counter items? So if you have Medicare and Medicaid, call the number on your screen now and speak with a licensed Humana sales agent. If you're eligible, they can even help enroll you over the phone in a Humana Medicare Advantage Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And remember, annual enrollment ends on December 7th. So call now. Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
NYPD! Double!
I'm listening.
Just found video of the last person seen with the victim.
It's my brother.
I'm not ratting out a friend of mine. I'm not a snitch.
Even if the consequence of that silence is to let a killer walk free,
Armed robbery and sexual assault.
who's going to stop him?
Sergeant, I want to get these guys. Divide and conquer.